the character roster of Street Fighter Five team up, please?
Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome, my beautiful Marvel family. Tonight we're gonna have a Pasek UMVC 3 tournament. It's gonna be great. We do have a special competitor. So our special competitor, which I will announce now for all you early viewers, is Jason Game Dev from the US.
Ooh,
He
I had to put my
he
microphone volume down for that.
he plays Morrigan. Yeah.
very
Ooh.
cool.
So it's gonna be great. He's gonna play at 300 ms. He's offered to come and hang out, regardless of the lag, regardless of the horrible lag and what have you. Um, and
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
we were able to play Street Fighter. Oh, anyway, we started a bit earlier here. Thank you for the follow apps. Thank you very much. Yeah. So anyway, we were supposed to start tournament at 7 p.m., but I've started the stream about half an hour earlier. So I'd like to talk about Crunchyroll Expo, which happened last Saturday and Sunday, or just last weekend, a couple of days
Yesterday.
ago, yesterday, Saturday, Sunday. For the most part, I enjoyed it. Not many other people, not 50% of the other people didn't enjoy it, but the other
Mm.
50% enjoyed it. So it's an anime expo. If you don't know about Crunchyroll, it's an anime expo. It's an anime thing. They have like a service like Netflix, but for anime. But yeah, they kind of screwed up. Apparently they overbooked tickets, oversold tickets. There was like 4,000 tickets or something. 4,000 or 5,000 people in venue, and it was like 8,000 tickets sold or something like that. Whatever number it is, they oversold like double. So it's like it'll say it was like 4,000 tickets they sold. It's a ticketed event, right? So it's 4,000. The venue holds 4,000 people, but um they sold 8,000 tickets, and that happened for both of those days, Saturday and Sunday. Um, and Yeah, that didn't turn out too well for many people. Me as an early bird, naturally, I wake up at like 6 a.m. or I don't sleep, brother. I never sleep, so I get there. I got there on Saturday. I got there at 8 a.m. I got in just fine. On Sunday, I got there at 7 a.m. and I got in just fine. Yeah. So that's basically the introduction here. Yeah. Khan, if you would like to talk about anything about your
Oh, I
experiences
mean,
or anything like that,
I
or
was gonna say you probably had a good time because, like you said, you were able to get in early. But you can offer that viewpoint, but I think I can offer the viewpoint of someone who had to wait in the line. So we have two differing viewpoints of the event. So if anyone wants to know what it was like waiting in the line, I've had hemorrhoids more enjoyable than that. It was the worst 3.5 hours of my life. I got into the line at around 10:05, 10:10 in the morning, roughly, and I got into the venue at like 1:30 p.m. So the lines were horrible. This girl behind me started crying.
Oh
We were
my god.
complaining. Yeah, everyone, dude, it sucked. Everyone was just shouting, like, because there was rain as well.
Yeah, oh, I remember it
Yeah,
was raining on
it
Saturday
was
so hard.
raining. Absolutely right. Yeah, it was raining, and then there was no like,
I
there
heard
was
like
no
once you
food.
go in, you can't go out.
That's right. Yeah, so I have to wait in the entire line again.
Oh my
And
god.
once you're in the line, there's no food, there's no water. If you have to go to the bathroom, you just have to hold it in for 3 hours, or else it's all the way back to the start of the centipede.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually thought about yesterday because I got home and I was like, well, what if you had to go to the bathroom, but you couldn't? Like, what do you do?
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
It's
There's
it's
another big line in the UK right now. I don't know what they're doing.
no,
So
it's only half the size of the Crunchyroll
no,
line though.
I doubt that.
No, you can see it from space. But yeah, the people in the UK, they know what they're lining up for, and
They got a
they can
big line
share.
too. Jeez.
Exactly, they can relate. There you go, anime
Mm.
anger. I reckon there's gonna be like a South Park episode on this. It
I know
seems
it looks like maybe that would be funny.
anime anger.
That's such a thumbnail. That's a perfect like
It
YouTube
is
thumbnail and like a clickbait title. Anime anger.
anime anger. There was I don't know if it was Channel 9 or Channel 7. It was one of the news stations. Someone put on Twitter like the entire news story. And it
Uh
was just
huh.
like them ranting about like, oh, fans paid this much money and they waited, and then a lot of them just told to go home. Because some people waited for 5 hours, and then the staff came out and they were like, no, you have to go home, there's no room. That's horrible. You wait
Oh
for
my
five
god.
hours and then you're denied entry to the venue.
I heard something like like the website was selling tickets when it shouldn't have been.
Yes, that's right. The volunteers came
Mhm.
out and they were like, okay, people have like, it was something about like,
Oversold.
yeah, it was like a glitch where they sold more tickets than what they had available. So at one point, the website was meant to cut off and say, hey, we've sold out. If you didn't get a ticket, you know, bad luck. But it never said that, so it just kept selling fake counterfeit tickets. Um, and then at one point, one of the volunteers came up to me.
Counterfeit to them. They weren't counterfeit to the people
I
buying
don't
them.
know. Yeah, I don't know. They just said counterfeit, man. I don't think they knew. They probably just made it up. But at one point, one of the volunteers came up to me and like some others who were next to me on the line, and they were like, "Oh, the people behind you got in 40 minutes earlier." So I don't know how that works. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a line, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. And then they had an after party. No, yesterday or something.
Oh, they should have been ashamed. They shouldn't have had an after party.
I know, for shame, Crunchyroll. No, it was very
I mean, well,
frustrating.
just it sounds like recently there was another like esports thing, and that sounded like it ran really well.
What was that?
The one that you the one with like CS:GO and League.
Oh, DreamHack. No, I
Yeah,
wasn't
that
there.
went.
Yeah, DreamHack.
Oh,
Okay.
well, Julian went,
Yeah,
and that
went
sounds
to
like that
DreamHack,
went
yeah.
pretty well. But
That's
Yeah, I
fine.
didn't
that's
hear
like a
anything about
different
it.
building. I don't know. That was.
Yeah, it was at a
Rod Live
stadium, I
Arena.
think.
Yeah. Rod
Oh
Live
yeah.
Arena.
Okay. Fair
Damn, maybe Crunchyroll should have been there.
enough.
Yeah. Instead of tennis, it's video games really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
CS:GO, the
Um,
ultimate sport.
It is.
yeah.
Good game.
So yeah, this is basically apparently we were on line 9 news or 7 news,
Yeah,
stuff like
we're on
that. We're in
both,
the
I think.
news, yeah. People lining up and stuff. So that's how horrible it was. People were tweeting about it and stuff. And Agent, our DBFC BAM
Yep.
champion, he has a short clip. He arrived on Sunday morning to play Street Fighter 6, and look at his queue. Look how long the queue. So basically,
Oh my god.
Horrible.
how do I put this? So so when you walk into the exhibition center, it's actually a whole massive row. It's a whole massive hallway. People are lining up across all that whole side hallway, and they decide to open up a room next to the expo, which is room 6. So we were at like room 5 or something. So room 6 there. See, it even says number 6, and they opened another room so people can go inside that room and continually line up into that room, basically.
Yeah, the PAX line 2019 was nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
It was like 30 minutes.
This is the final boss of lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was horrible.
We'll
How
see
long
if
did that take? Oh, sorry, go on to me.
see if Netflix makes a documentary about this, like a
Yeah.
Fire Festival.
Who's the co-host? Who do we blame for this? Because you can blame Ja Rule for Fire Festival. Who do you blame for Crunchyroll?
I don't know.
Melbourne Exhibition
We'll Google their
Melbourne
name.
Yeah, like who? Like the main
I
event
don't know.
organizer. Just blame
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I haven't tweeted at them. I use my old Twitter account. It's a long story, but I don't use it anymore because Twitter's a cesspool.
Oh, it is. I don't blame you
Yeah,
for
I
getting
tweeted
off
some
it.
stuff for Crunchyroll. I'll say that. I also said it in person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a thing about
While you're at the event.
I don't want to say it on stream because it's like
Okay.
copyright law and stuff. I don't want to get
Fair-
banned.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's just say Ruby Hart is a cool character.
Yeah, shout out the volunteers.
Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Ruby Hart.
too. No Ruby Heart cosplayers though. It was a bit disappointing.
Oh, yeah.
No
There
one
was a Morgan cosplay?
That was Morgan. Yeah, Julian got a photo. But that was on Sunday because I got a weekend pass for both Sunday and Saturday. But
Well,
I only went
I wouldn't
Saturday.
blame you if you didn't want to go after.
That's right. Yep, I only went
Yeah.
Saturday because I woke up early on Sunday and I was like, do I really want to sit through those lines again?
Yeah.
I could be at home playing Silent Hill. And that's what I did. That's what I did.
I was playing RE4. That game's
Oh,
epic.
nice. We're both
Salazar.
playing... Nice. Oh, Salazar. Nice. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
up to that little Napoleon kid. The like.
Oh, the midget. Yeah.
Spoilers.
I
Let me
get
get to the section of the story.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
So what else happened at the event? I was there on Saturday. So on the Saturday, the venue kind of died down. Sorry, my phone alarm. The venue started dying down, and then I started walking around. And I went to the Crunchyroll booth, and there is just where they sell like a whole bunch of merchandise and what have you. And I just walked in. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of shelves and racks with full of merchandise, anime merch and what have you, blah blah blah. I just walked into there. And the first thing I saw, I saw a box that said Darkstalkers on it. So it was facing the other way. It was actually facing the other way. So I grabbed it and I was like, "What the hell? It's Morrigan!" In my mind, I was, "Whoa, what the hell?" My eyes were wide open. Um, and then yeah, my eyes were wide open. And then Borgie. Boogie. So if you don't know Boogie, he TOs he TOs Soul Calibur and DOA here. I think Sam Show as well. So he's just standing there. He's looking at his phone, and according to him, he was just looking at his funds. He's looking at his funds to decide whether to get it or not or whatnot. And he turns around. I already had it in my hand, so I was already looking at it. I was holding it in my hand, and he turns around, and I didn't even see him there. I didn't even know he was there. I just looked at him. I just grabbed it from the shelf, looked at it, and he just turned around. I didn't even know he was there. I had tunnel vision. I didn't see anybody else. I just saw that Darkstalkers box.
Darkstalkers.
Yeah, the Darkstalkers box. I grabbed it. I saw Morrigan. I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then in my mind, I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell?" He turns around. He's like, "That's." Then he's like, "That's for me. That's mine." That's what he said. He's like, "That's mine." I was like, "What?" His eyes were wide open, and then I was like, "No!" You can just hear me saying, "No," shouting, "No!" inside the booth. And then we basically stood around for like what felt like 5 to 10 minutes or so.
Like debating who was gonna get it.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, we were debating who's gonna get it. And basically yeah. So we were debating who was gonna get it. I was like, "Yeah, how much is it?" He's like, "Yeah, 170." And we were just like, blah 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 blah. He's like, "Yeah, I really like Dark Souls." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh yeah, but I made it." Blah blah blah. So we're just going on this whole entire rant, debating who would get this Morrigan figure, this Kotobukiya $170 Morrigan figure. I might as well show
It's
the picture
like The
actually.
Simpsons with the comic book, like they all want it or something.
Yeah, basically. So that's not. Oh, that's the wrong spoilers. That's the wrong picture. That's a different story, but I'll get to there. Yeah. So this is the picture.
Yeah, we'll get there.
There's the picture.
This is the picture. I've got it in my hand. You can see my hand. I was like, "Wait, Bogey, let me take a photo first." That's what I did basically. So that's what I did. I took the photo. I took like the front and back. And yeah, you can see my hand there. I'm holding it, right? And in that photo. So basically, yeah, we're like fucking debating whether to get who would get this. So I was like, "Oh yeah, 170 is a pretty big asking price." I'm like, "Oh yeah, whatever, if I really wanted it, I'll just buy it online." Blah 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 blah. So I eventually just let Borgie get it basically, yeah. So I was like, I was also like, "Oh so long as it's like an FGC person who takes it, I'm happy. Not we don't want
As long
FGC
as
outsiders.
yeah.
I'll give it to you only if you will buy it." That's what I said. If you're not gonna buy it, then I'll get it. That's what I said. I don't want an FGC outsider to get it. So that's how I described it.
Oh, damn. Racist.
Yeah,
No.
FGC outsider.
I don't want an uncouth bigot to purchase the Morrigan figure. Only a true gentleman has to acquire it. I respect that.
On top of that, so he went to buy that. He went about that transaction, and he went to buy it. And he took it to the register. He bought it. He walked out, and then on top of that, he made a tweet about it to add salt to the wound.
Oh no.
So he made a tweet, took a photo. He went back to the catch room, took a photo of Borgie. See, and he was like, "Yeah, things to have awkward fights with in public with Julian FGC at Crunchyroll Us," and he tagged me. He added salt to the wound, and he's like, "Yeah, check this out," basically. And it's like, "Yeah, so who won the Morrigan? My wallet's too strong."
Wallet game, too good.
Wallet game.
Yo, that's cool in chat. Avi.
Hey,
Yo.
Avi, how's it going? Yeah. Going great, thanks. Yeah, I'm just telling my story about Crunchyroll Expo yesterday and Saturday, basically. So that was the story on Saturday. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're talking about the Anime Expo. That had a massive queue, like 5-hour queue. People were waiting outside. But I'm an early bird, so I survived. I had fun for the most part for the whole weekend. I had a lot of fun. I watched a lot of things. I walked around. I went to the screenings and I watched a couple of anime. Watched a bit of shows.
Oh,
I
cool.
saw a bit of that the cosplay competition as well. Stuff like that. Pretty cool.
And they had Street Fighter 6?
Yeah.
Yes, they had a bunch of setups.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, so
Well, that's unbelievable.
time for the Sunday stories. So a Saturday night, knowing that there's gonna be a massive 10-hour queue, to get in, I was like, fucking, I was actually 50-50 on going, but by the time it was 9 a.m., I was
Yeah.
kind of trying to sleep, and then I was kind of trying to sleep, and then I was like, oh yeah, I really want to get there at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. to line up, blah blah blah. So, and I ended up going. Um, can't send me message and changed his mind, and because he didn't want to queue up and stuff. I get you,
Yeah,
but
I was like, no,
yeah,
I'm not doing this.
yeah. But I still rocked up. I was already there at 7 a.m. when he messaged me that he wasn't gonna come, so it's all good. Um, yeah, thank you, Ivy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So basically, what happened? Yeah. What actually happened? My mind is exploding. Sorry, I was
Did anything
exploding.
interesting happen on
Oh
Sunday?
yeah. So on the Sunday, yeah. So on the Sunday, yeah, I rocked up there. I'm happy I actually came that day because as I said, I was still contemplating when I was in my bed, tossing and turning, I'm trying to sleep, yeah. And then, I would have died, I would have like fucking got even more salty, that I didn't get that I already didn't get the Morrigan figure. I was gonna get even more salty because I knew, I mean, if this were to happen, if I didn't actually rock up, um, all right. Basically, all right. The story. All
Yeah.
right. That's for the conclusion of the story. So the main story is here. I entered the Guilty Gear Strive Couch Warriors tournament, and
Ooh.
Sindama met probably like a couple of other people. They wanted me to lose. They're like, oh fucking. I was playing my set at the Couch Warriors booth, and they were like, oh Julian. They wanted me to look away from the screen, and they, Julian, there's a Morrigan cosplayer. Julian, there's a Jordan Lee cosplayer. I'm like playing my Guilty Strive set, right? Whatever, what have you, and
But
they're
you
like
thought they
saying.
were just tricking,
No,
like,
no, no. They were actually tricking me. They were actually
at that point they
lying.
were.
Yeah, at that point, at that current time, they were actually lying. They're actually joking around. They
Oh.
were joking around. They're like, Morgan, not Morgan, Julian, there's a Morgan cosplayer. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I just looked around. I just looked in that direction for fun. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Well, in mid tournament, I'm doing a combo. I'm doing a combo. I get a combo. I'm doing a combo.
It's easy, I can do it. I can
Yeah,
look at it.
I look
Driven
over,
over
yeah,
someone.
exactly. I look off the screen for like a few frames just to see if actually Morrigan's there while doing the combo. And Sindama's like, oh, this is a Morrigan cosplayer, blah, blah, blah. And then, whatever happens, I eventually get eliminated from the bracket. And then I was like, oh yeah, all right, I got some time to kill before the SF6 tournament, so I'll probably just go to the food trucks. I'm going to the food trucks. Yeah, I'm just looking around. Yeah, about to get some food and stuff, and then I turn my head and I see fucking. I was stunned. I see. Yeah, I see fucking Morgan cosplayer lining up to get food at the food truck. We're like, what the fuck? But I could believe my eyes. Like legit. Like maybe Sindama wasn't lying to me after all. Maybe Sindama was actually saying the truth. Was telling the truth. There's a very good cosplayer. So like, what the fuck? I mean, in my mind, I was completely shocked. I felt like it. I felt like the starstruck. I felt like pins and needles go up my face. Like, I was like,
Wow.
my eyes were like wide open. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? My mouth was like wide open, like whoa, like completely like I've seen a superstar. Fucking I don't know, a god or whatever, a superstar. Fucking I don't know,
Celebrity or something.
some celebrity or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Timic or
This is
something.
like-
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
Come on.
I saw Timic at Couch Warriors, and he starstruck me, and I wanted his autograph. That's what it felt like. Dynasty Warriors, unbelievable.
Terrible
So,
to Morgan, okay.
so I suddenly. I suddenly looked around. I didn't have any friends or anyone I knew that was nearby that could take the photo of us. So I was like, fucking, I have to find some random guy sitting down eating food. Hey, bro, can you take me a photo of that chick over there? And he was like, yeah, alright. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, alright. Have you asked? I'm like, nah, I haven't. Just give me a second. I'll go grab her. So I was like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. I called her Morgan. I'm like, hey, Morgan, take a photo of me. And she's like, yeah, alright.
That's actually good.
She turns around, and then basically, yeah, she was wearing like reading glasses on, so I'm guessing she's reading impaired. She's vision impaired. She's reading impaired. But yeah, she took her glasses off, and then we took a nice photo. And I said thank you. You know, I bolted back after I took the photo. I took I'm like, yeah, thank you, blah blah blah. Bolted back to the Catro's booth just to show everybody. Hey, look guys, look what I found. Oh, you're Morgan cosplay. Blah blah blah. Oh, wait, I didn't even show the photo here yet. But anyway, yeah, I was like Morgan cosplay. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I did briefly, but now I'll have the picture up on here. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, beautiful, amazing. I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. So yeah, I went over to Couchroy's venue, back to Couchroy's booth, and yeah, I was like full on showing everybody, and then Aura was like to me, hey, welcome, Jason Game Dev. Yeah, I'm just talking about my quest, my quest at Crunchyroll Expo last Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it was great, fun event. Yeah, and Aura, one of the big bosses of our FGC community who does most of the stuff around there. Yeah, she was like, she was thinking, oh, where's Julian? You know, I've seen the Morrigan cosplayer. She saw the Morrigan cosplayer as walking around, and she wanted to come and tell me, but I already got the photo. She's like, oh yeah, where's Julian? Yeah, and then yeah, she came to me and she was, oh yeah, I saw Morrigan cosplayer. I was like, oh yeah, I already got the photo. And I told everybody the story. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, fun event. Yeah, got this beautiful. I thought, what are the chances? You know, it's like Darkstalkers is dead. You know, nobody knows about Darkstalkers. Nobody knows
Yeah,
about.
even be cosplaying. Yeah, wow.
You're so happy in the photo.
Hey, I was thinking. Oh yeah, you know, there's like, you know, the high. Chun-Li will probably have a higher chance, but yeah, Dark Souls is dead. You know, Zoomers don't know anything about a fighting game from the 1990s. But then out of nowhere, I turned my head and Morrigan's fucking lining up, getting food at the food trucks. Oh man, it was great. And yeah, and then basically, yeah. So you know, Penta, one of the guys who drove me back home. I was in the car. He was driving me back home from the expo, and I was like to him, oh damn, you know, the Morrigan cutie, you know. I wish I had actually had a conversation with her, you know. I just took the photo and just disappeared. Well, I could have gotten her digits or something, right? Damn. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm disappointed in myself. I should just rewind. No, I didn't, Avi. I didn't. That's basically the story. That's basically what happened. You know, I was like, oh damn, the Morrigan cutie. You know, I could have chatted her up. You know, if you ever see this one day,
no.
you know, I apologize. She's probably an MVC fan. She's probably watching us right now. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, who else? How
guys.
else is in Morrigan?
Like,
MVC.
you're the one that got away. Oh no. What do you mean the one that got away? What about the other ones?
Anyway, yeah, so that happened, and I enjoyed the weekend. We played Street Fighter 6 as well. Street Fighter 6 was playable.
Yep, that's right.
Cool.
It was fun. So I came second in the tournament. Cough, cough, cough.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you the picture. It's great.
With Chun?
Yeah, I played Chun-Li. Yeah.
Nice.
Let me get to the tweet. Let me find it. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I came second. I you know, came second, quotation marks. So basically what happened, I actually came third, but then the person who made this post put me as second instead. I'm, oh yeah, cool, I'll take it.
So isn't third on the right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually came third. The person took the photo put me as second.
Go with it.
So actually, ROF and Phil are like Street Fighter gods, Street Fighter 5 gods, and like you know, supposedly I beat Phil in Street Fighter 6.
Well
Oh.
Yeah, so that's basically the two Morrigan stories. I had two Morrigan stories, one for Saturday and one for Sunday. my Morrigan figure got stolen by Borgie, the DOATO, and I got, at least I came out with a positive vibe on the way out on Sunday night, so that was great. Yeah, I think that's basically the story. I think that's the stories for the most part. Yeah, the huge line. My Morrigan stories, Street Fighter 6 being playable, good game. I think it's pretty good. It's
Great.
alright. Yeah.
Great game.
Still got a lot of stuff to figure out, but yeah, I figured out a lot of stuff on the spot. Um,
I assume there's like no focus attack or V trigger. What do
Yeah.
they have?
Focus attacks are kind of in the game.
Oh!
They're
Welcome,
called
I
Mas-
really
drive
like
impacts.
focus attacks. Okay.
they're
welcome,
called-
Master
the-
Splinter. Thank you for the follow. Sorry for
The-
interrupting.
They're called drive impacts. So you hold
Okay.
down both heavies. You know in the trailers they do that big charge move with like the colors, like the colorful graffiti
Yeah,
goes up?
yeah.
That's what that is. It's like a focus attack on crack because it can absorb multiple hits.
Oh no, I have to hold R1 and R2.
You can bring up them, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
good,
but
yeah.
it uses your stun meter, which is the burnout
Oh,
meter.
yeah, I know. That,
Yeah.
I saw the stun meters.
Yeah,
Does
so
a
when
lot
you
in
run
this
out of that,
game.
you go in. That's right. So when you run out of burnout meter, you enter a mode called burnout. So your color, like your character looks more muted. The color scheme changes, becomes a bit more
Okay.
grayscale, and you take more chip damage. Actually, I don't think chip damage was in the game outside of burnout
Hmm.
because I got hit by a super. Well, I didn't get hit by. I blocked it, and there was no chip damage. And then I blocked it when I was in burnout, and then I took chip damage. So I
That's
think you only
weird.
take chip. Yeah. The build that we played isn't reflective of the final
That,
version.
of course, yeah. They'll
Because I was
definitely
talking,
change
yeah, I
some
was talking
stuff.
with people who played the TGS build, and in the one that we played, the normals had no range at all.
Oh,
It was
damn.
very stubby. Like I would
Yeah.
try to hit confirm stuff, and every move would just miss. And then I spoke to people who played it at Tokyo Game Show, and they were like, "No, in our build, normals had all the range in the world." So I
Oh.
don't know how it's going to be in the final release. I hope that normals have more range though on launch. Because
Yeah.
especially Luke, like I tried out Luke because I haven't played as him in Street Fighter 5, and his range was horrible. It was garbage. You couldn't hit confirm anything. Because you'd play footsies, you'd walk in, you bait the opponent, they hit a button, you try to whiff punish, it would just miss. So I hope they buff that. But I mean, hey, the game comes out next year, so they have time.
They'll have time, yeah.
That's right, and there were some frame rate issues as well during
Ooh.
cinematics.
On
But
PS5
during
even?
Supers, say again?
Were you on PS5?
No, gaming PCs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Penta
Oh,
was
that's
telling us because I think he
crazy.
was working there at the booth because he had the Street Fighter 6 shirt, and he
Yeah.
said that Sony was running the event, so we had to play using DualSense controllers. You weren't allowed to use your own controller,
Uh-huh.
and it was
yeah.
on a gaming PC. But I think like during supers and stuff, the frame rate would go down to like 20 frames a second with
Oh,
Jamie
no.
sometimes.
Damn.
But yeah, it's gonna be fixed though.
Optimization. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Jamie the most. Well, I was gonna ask you, Julian, because I saw you play Chun-Li, but did you try out any of the other characters? Because we're 4 characters in total.
I did play all of them, but not
All right,
thoroughly.
okay.
Yeah, not thoroughly.
Okay.
Just like one game,
I-
and that's it. And
okay,
just the
I see.
criticals. Yeah, and
I
stuff.
did that with Chun. I used it for one game because you were telling me what to do, and I was like, oh, I'm not good with charge motions. I'll just
Yeah,
go
does Chun have charge motions?
Yeah,
still?
she's still a charge
Okay.
character. Yep.
And do you have to mash for lightning kicks, or is that a motion now?
I don't
Still,
know.
like SF5. Because in SF5 and like Marvel
motion,
Infinite, it's a motion.
Julian, is lightning legs a motion input?
Quarter circle forward kick.
Go to Suk-
Yeah.
You know
okay.
what's funny? You know what's funny, Timmick, is that I thought of you when Julian told me this. Her DP kicks is a down motion, and I was like, no, it's Marvel Infinite. Marvel Infinite. Exactly. Kick kicks is down kick, and I was like, what? It's on motion. Like if you're getting crossed off, there's no direction. Like you can't get screwed over. You just mash down.
If they cross me up, I
Yeah,
do
down
down
kick.
kick, and it auto corrects and kicks them. Kicks
Exactly.
them,
That's,
anti-airs them
that's
on the
Marvel
other side.
Infinite.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. But at least in Street Fighter, you can't like cancel it in the air and like tag and block in the air. And
Oh,
stuff, so you
true.
will get punished.
So
And the game has dash cancels and
yeah.
stuff. It's crazy. It's cracked.
We have about a minute, so I'm gonna intro
Okay,
intro
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
intro
Man,
the
bracket.
intro the
I just
tournament.
been playing with Nova and Doom all this time. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go
Back, restart the stream.
I was in training mode.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But yeah, I think Julian's gonna introduce the tournament now because we have an 8-man bracket. That's really good to see.
I saw like an old. There was this reviewer. I was reviewing old Spider-Man cartoons,
Okay.
like Doctor Doom's. Like he made all this giant fruit
What?
in some stupid old Spider-Man cartoon, like as a plot. I don't know.
Anyway, that wraps up the event. The Crunchyroll event. They're getting cancelled. Who knows if they'll even be back next year.